Howdy friends, Guthrie Trapp here again. I hope everything's great out in YouTube land. Coming to you here from my living room in East Nashville, Tennessee. Man, I've been trying to get more of these videos out, but it's just so hard with my schedule here in Nashville, being pretty busy. Thanks again always for all the positive feedback. It means a lot and I really appreciate it. It's great to get to know some of you guys on here. Great questions, great comments, all that stuff's awesome. Last couple videos I did were getting kind of long. I'm going to try to shorten these back up, and of course, you know, I gotta say, friends, I am trying to draw attention to my private lessons that I do, and if you really want to dial in on these concepts, these you know, short little YouTube clips I'm doing are just the tip of the iceberg. The one thing about the private lessons that I do here at my house in Nashville or via Skype, which works great, I do those all over the world, is the fact that I can really dial in to your playing style, your needs, and it's just it's a great way to learn. With Skype, you also can record it, so you get an hour-long video of a ton of stuff. I call it a master class because I cover a lot of stuff. So I got to throw that out there. I'm really trying to you know, maximize people's time and stuff on there by you know, giving a lot of stuff for an hour on these videos and stuff. The videos are key to the lessons. Because every time I've ever tried to take a lesson, it's been very, you know, informative, but the fact that I can only remember a couple things and the rest of it's kind of forgotten because it's new information, you know, and I'm a beginner when it comes to that too. If somebody shows me something new, I might as well be picking it up for the first time because I'm not used to those notes and that new information. So the videos are key. Anyway, this is the most sales pitch video I've done so far, but check the links out below, the website, the music. I'm trying to ramp all this stuff up, and you know, I'm 40 years old now, so getting into the next chapter of this and how I'm going to make a living as a musician and all that stuff, man, just continues to be challenging, but there's a lot of great stuff going on. Some touring coming up with John Oates this winter. A lot of cool stuff coming up with some clinics that are in the works and other kind of stuff like that. So please stay tuned to all social media, Instagram being my favorite, Facebook, of course, my website with all my music on there. You can check out blah, blah, blah. But yeah, man, I mean, without you guys, I couldn't do this, and I really appreciate it. So thanks for putting up with that little spiel. And I'm going to call this lesson here Blues Basics. And I just want to cover a couple little things. This isn't going to be a super long lesson, but like I said, I'm trying to kind of tailor these down in time just a little bit. And like I said, if you want to hone in on any more of this, you know, please email me at bookings@guthrietrapp.com and we can schedule a lesson. More than happy to do that, and I can always find an hour to fit you into my schedule. So with that being said, let's get into some blues basics. Now we're going to cover a little bit of stuff here. One is just the simple, this is a blues riff that you have to know if you're going to go to the blues jam or any of this kind of stuff. We're going to play it in A, and this riff is great. And the key to this riff is just to really lay it in the pocket, that shuffle groove, you know. That being the idea. So the riff is this. It's going to start on the 1. It's going to be the octave. And then we're going to go root, back to the octave root, flat 7, in this case that's your G note, and we're going to go A to A, G on the D string, E on the A string, 7th fret, and then back to the A. So those are our notes, and the riff is this, and we're going to double up on the right hand. So we're going to hit twice on each one. So that feel in context is this. Right, so what that is that's a hardcore shuffle. So what we're trying to do there is really, we're trying to just groove our ass off. I mean, as deep into that shuffle as you can possibly get. And that's really your right hand. You're really dragging that out, and you're getting that that double shuffle, that Texas, that Stevie Ray Vaughan Jimmy Vaughn, Jimmy Reed, you know, where you're really, I'm going to show you that in a minute. That's Blues 101 as well, but that just really digging into that. So when we go to the 4 chord, working out of that bar chord, our D shape, same thing, just going to A, the A string and the G string for the D. And then when we go to the E, the 5, same thing, up a whole step from D, 7th fret, A string and G string, right out of that box pattern, that bar chord pattern, A string to G string, and then you could go back to the 4, back to the 1. So we can walk up to the 5, from the 4, D to E, back to it. So there's a little walk up that you could do that's pretty cool that goes like this. So when I go back to the root note again, right here, I can go D, E flat or D sharp to the E, and then back to A. So that's. And I don't want to do that every time because it makes it less special. So maybe every other time or whenever you feel it, right? So then going to the 4 chord. I sped it up a little bit for the sake of time, but then so going to the E. I walked up from the 3 back to my A. Now some chords you can use to play this shuffle groove are, this is a great blues chord right here, and it's an A7. There's some other notes in there that I'm not exactly sure of what they call that. That's like it's not a 6. Maybe it's a A13 or something like that, but it's a great blues chord. And what it is I'm taking the 3rd, I'm playing C sharp, G, B on the G string, 4th fret, and then my 5, B on the 5th fret. So that's the first finger on B, 4th fret, A string, the major 3rd of A, that's a C sharp. Then my ring finger goes on G, the 5th fret D string. That's my tritone, that's my 3rd and my flat 7. And then the 2, my B, is going to be on the 4th fret G string with my middle finger. And then my 5, little finger, 5th fret B string. Now I'm going to mute the E strings. I don't want to hear those. So that vibe is like this. So it'd be like a 1, 2, 3, 4. And behind that, right? Those two riffs work together. If I go to my 4 chord, I'm right there for my D9, right? And that's D, major 3rd, flat 7, and then the 2, which is E on the 5th fret B string, 5th fret G string, 4th fret D string, 5th fret A string. And I'm just going to hit that, you know, it could be with my thumb. I want to give it that nice Nice solid hit. Don't hit your E string. Go to the 5 chord, up a whole step, E9. And then there's a thing you can do. Take that all the way up to A9, back to the 1 from the 5. But what we're going to do on the 5, so I'm going down, and then chromatic all the way up to the A. Right? So then if I'm playing my A here, now my 4 chord is the same shape as that A chord. So because if I take this, you can do that on the 4 chord too. Going to the 4, you can do the chromatic walk up from the 1, which is this. Right? If I go to the 5, then you can always walk up to from the flat 7, which would be G, to that A9, right? So it's like 1, 2, 3. I can always go a half step above, going to my 4 chord, and I can also do it going to my 5. Back to that 1. So there's a couple little cool rhythm things you can do. I'll get into some more chords at some other point, or you know, if you want to break those down, you know, we can get into that. But so let's get into a little bit of phrasing, just using the pentatonic scale in A, the A blues minor pentatonic. And if you really want to break down minor pentatonic mixed with major pentatonic, playing over these more uptown blues chords, I recommend doing a private lesson, because I can really dig into that and get into that stuff and unlock some of those secrets, right? So with that being said, let's do some minor pentatonic blues stuff. And what's happening here is, I think, is people are learning the minor pentatonic but not really realizing that there's a lot of music in there. It just has to do with phrasing. Everything comes down to phrasing, because if you don't, you just end up with. I think guys are learning that, but they're not really knowing where to start or where to end, and to stop. You know, playing that scale, you have to, when you jump back in, you got to kind of know where to start and where to stop. So it's really important to know where your tonics are. Your A, right? Your 5, your E. So when we're doing this kind of stuff, if I just take this D string right out of this position, if I just take that and I go like this, you know, that's a phrase. I'm using that 1 to resolve, but I'm playing a couple notes around that, right? So that riff just right there. That's saying something, right? So that's the goal, is to really, really get into this, the phrasing of just something so simple like that pentatonic. If I'm right here, again, right on the tonic, out of this shape, going up to my A there, so I'm using the 5, the flat 7, I might add that in. That's all pentatonic, but it sounds a little bit more like music, hopefully, because of the way I'm phrasing those notes. I'm bouncing around back and forth, and I can keep going with that because I'm sticking to the pentatonic, but I'm trying to create these little phrases. And that's a great game, is to just take, my uncle used to tell me, man, he used to go, look, just take these notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I slipped in another one. So you can see what I'm doing. Just take a couple notes and really, really, really try to play with some feeling and try to really phrase something out of those notes. I'll add one more note. Actually, let's add 2. We're going to add the E here. And then we're going to add that E there. So we're adding the octave E. It could be there or there. Same thing. So right there, you know. Now I'm adding a little rhythm with my right hand. You can see those little double hits like that. And I'm always coming back to the 1. You can tell I'm resolving back to the 1. So, you know, that note right there, A. I'm starting on the E, that 5. So just that little riff right there. And you can sing these, you know, learn some of these that I'm doing by singing them, you know. I'm not going to scat, don't worry. I'm not going George Benson on you, because nobody can do it better. But that's the idea. Kind of, you know, really focusing on listening to what you're doing as much as looking at this and trying to get your hands to do it. Really slow down and break it down and have fun with this and really go, look, you know, it's about phrasing. It's totally about the phrasing. So, you know, take a couple of these notes and really, really play with them. I'm going to do a couple more examples here, starting on that 5. Okay, that time I added this G that we were using. Well, there's the octave on the B string. And keep in mind, we're still just pentatonic. We're just taking fewer parts of it. So I'm going to add this G here. So now we got 2 G's to work with. So that time I slid up to the tonic. Go up to that A. And I slid back down to the main position here. Got off there a little bit to just show you a little bit more of a complex example, taking those notes. That's all pentatonic. So it just goes to show you, with a little bit of effort and practice and kind of, you know, thinking, okay, what can I really do with this? You can really, really make some music with the pentatonic. So that's just a brief little lesson on some blues basics. You know, get up here, maybe try this next position and bending. So when you do those phrases, I hear some guys, you know, they'll bend on the wrong note because they don't know where they're going, and I hate to say that, but it's true. You know, bending like just notes that don't make sense. So you really want to make sure that you're bending up to a note. We'll get into more of this, you know, adding the over a minor now, adding that two. That's where your playing can go. You know, let me help you unlock some of these secrets. I mean, taking that simple pentatonic stuff and just adding one note to it, like that B. It really can change your sound. So hey guys, thanks a bunch. I'm going to be doing more of these shorter clips and just trying to cover some stuff that's a little, you know, kind of fun and not too crazy advanced or anything like that. But I still want to keep these musical and very informative. So let me know what you think. I can't help but to do a little bit of marketing here, folks. I got to make a living. I'm even going to say that a couple guys were generous enough to find me on Venmo and PayPal, and they donated. They sent me some money for just contributing to the lessons. So I do these for free. It does take up some of my time. I'm happy to do it, but I am trying to generate some private lessons and stuff like that. So anything you can do to help is awesome. Not gonna quit doing these, but everything helps. And man, just thanks a bunch, and looking forward to doing some more. And I hope to see you guys down the road soon. Thanks a bunch, man. Take care. Bye.